Hey Eurovision fans, it is the day of semi-final number one of Eurovision 2025. It's my last video of the day. I just uploaded my updated prediction video. I did my semi-final one dress rehearsal video. I was up until 1:30 a.m. last night editing that. My final video for the day, I went and talked to some other content creators after the first dress rehearsal to get their opinions and see what they thought. I just wanted to get a broader range of opinions, so I talked to some of the other people in the press room. Let's start off with the wonderful Nush. She has really wonderful reaction videos, much more concise than me, and she has the most incredible work ethic. She gets her videos up so quickly. It's crazy. I see her videos pop up on my feed. I'm like, how is she so organized? So let's go see what she said, and then after that we're going to talk to James from Eurovoix, which is one of my favorite Eurovision news websites. We'll talk to Alex from Eurovision, who I've done some collabs with as well, and also we'll talk to Dale from AussieVisionNet. Let's go.
Hello.
I'm here with Nush. We're chilling by the bins.
We're chilling by the bins because the only place with decent lighting, and it's still not even that good.
The lighting over there was literally like
We've been put in this little corner.
crypt creatures.
Yeah, wherever else can go over there. But yeah, we just went to
The first semi-final dress rehearsal, yes? It was the first or the last one? First one.
first
Okay.
one. Yeah.
I haven't queued you. This is your honest answers. I'm not bullying you at all.
No, of course.
Who are your top three? Or any, main ones?
I think Sweden was an obvious. It's
Yeah.
always been my favorite, and
Yeah.
that was no different from what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Poland as well. I
Oh,
love.
the dragon's expensive, which for me is important.
Yeah.
If that dragon was cheap, flop fest.
Yeah, because there was a few AI graphics in today's semi, which I will say were questionable at best.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. But there was a couple of them. It wasn't
Was
just
it
one. But they-
aqueduct related?
yeah. But there was a
It's
really
just
good one.
confusing. What is it? Is it the end of the world and they're dancing, or?
I don't know. It felt like the end of the world in my brain. But it was. There were some really good ones. My ultimate favorite has got to be Belgium, though. I think this
Yeah,
is a
Belgium
dark
was
horse
mine.
that maybe potentially win it personally after seeing that. And I know we were just saying like the
Yeah.
song itself, like it isn't the most outstanding thing, but it
Yeah.
was done so well.
It was so really, it was risky. They made risk in LED. Some of the films were a little bit more like safe and sure. You know that's
Yeah.
going to work.
Yeah.
This was like some of the stuff. I know people aren't going to like it.
Yeah.
Some people are going to say we effing hate
Yeah.
this, and some people are like that was why.
Yeah.
I think that risk could actually help. So Sweden, Belgium. Who's your number third one?
Sweden, Belgium, Poland.
Poland. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are the three.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Can you?
Hey everybody, I'm with James. He's going to say all the things he's in.
Eurovoix, the Eurovoix podcast, and the model for Eurovoix. There's a lot of stuff.
I actually owe you a lot because I use Eurovoix when I do my news episodes. I basically just go through the website.
Well, I'm
And I
glad.
just open up like 50 tabs, and then that's my new show.
Look, someone gets use out of it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Okay, what are your three winners for semi-final number one?
Okay, and this is just from the semi-final. Competing artists.
Oh no!
we're talking
Oh,
automatic
spicy!
qualifier?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
getting
spice that up.
spicy.
Right, winner is Switzerland. That's in contention now because that looks fantastic.
Yes.
Obviously, we haven't seen much of the broadcast feed because we're
Yeah.
in the arena, but
Yeah.
from what we've seen, this looks so smart, so intimate. They're playing with the light really well, so
Yeah.
I definitely say Switzerland. That's one to watch.
This is Theo Adams, which is UK born.
Yes, that's
He
true.
did the
So-
UK last year, and this year he's doing Switzerland.
Oh, of
Ollie
course.
Alexander, and this year he's doing an intimate stadium with Switzerland.
Well, it's incredibly similar in a way because
Oh.
Dizzy, much like
Uh-huh.
Voyage, isn't really visible in the arena that much. Because obviously with Dizzy, Ollie and the dancers are in the box, and they only come out
Yes.
at that last minute. And it's kind of the same thing here. Zoe is in this sort of like the lights are really far down and
Yeah.
it's really intense. And obviously the camera person who's tracking you the whole way, it's one shot,
Okay.
is right with her. And it's only at the end again Zoe comes out. So maybe
Mhm.
this is a
Okay.
Theo Adams mantra of we're
So
doing
he,
it
he likes getting rid of the audience. He doesn't like the audience. To hell with the audience. But it's less sexual than Ollie was.
No, it's definitely not sexual. This is much
Yes.
sweeter, it's much nicer. But there
Yeah.
is some drama in it as well.
Yes, there is. I didn't see that. It looked like they were doing some like off-kilter blue
Yeah,
moments.
really big, like
Yeah.
Dutch tilts were going on.
And there was a bit with a hand, I think, which Alex mentioned as well, where her hand is like close to the screen.
Yeah,
And it goes like a
exactly.
little bit fuzzy as well. So yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to see the full thing. We got to see maybe like 40%. Number two, who's your second
Number
one?
2, Belgium.
Yes, Belgium.
This is super well staged.
Yes, it's so well staged.
It's just so many great moments, great camera work.
Yeah.
Like it's all so tight. Red Sebastian's vocals are really, really great.
Yeah.
There's like one Red Sebastian, then there's a mirror Red Sebastian.
Oh, I love that bit.
That's amazing. That's a great
It
shot.
was a gasp. I gasped.
It reminds me actually of the Erika Vikman on the floor with the light coming up at it high angled.
Okay.
But yeah, they've got this mirror effect going. Then more Red Sebastians show up,
Yep.
dancers, and then at the end there's a crowd of like hundreds behind him, and the effects are
Yes, I
good.
forgot about that. Oh, that's so good as well. The LEDs are very risky because I know earlier on, around halfway through, there's ones of him like kind of phasing out. That, you know, the camera effect. where it's like-
Yeah. There's a little bit of movement. I think it works.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to tighten it up just a little bit, but like I think the potential for this is really good. Any concern about that not qualifying? I'd say it's
No. It's definitely qualifying. But are people getting over the song though? Can you win Eurovision just from the staging?
You can't win Eurovision on stage. This
Yeah.
isn't going to win Eurovision.
Yeah, okay, good.
Let's put that out.
I hope not, because if it does, I'm screwed. Because I really did say that this is not winning.
I think this could do really well. I think
Yeah.
it's definitely going to do well in the semi-final, and then the final, we'll see. Like jury appeals. This was so good.
Well, isn't this the same delegation that did Gustav because of you?
Correct, yeah.
And they elevate, like, is this the new thing? This is the French broadcast or the Dutch?
No, this is the Dutch. This is day after day. The Flemish broadcasters
The
doing
Flemish
this,
one.
like they did with Gustav and then Hooverphonic 2 years before.
Yeah, oh, that was
a great staging as well.
They're on a street.
They're on a little bit of a streak. I think this looks really great, and I think that would be a winner. And the third winner, Sweden.
Yeah, this is the thing. The Sweden is so good. It's just that we're used to seeing it. It's not new.
Yeah, but it's elevated really nicely. More lasers, lots more pyro. There is so much smoke in here that even if you're up in the high stands like we were, and you're watching the jury show tonight, you are going to be getting that smoke out of your nose for a good 10 minutes.
Bigger sausage.
It's a huge sausage.
It's so big.
But like that's what we're saying. They've upgraded every part
Yeah.
of it for the Eurovision stage.
Yeah.
It's going to be very tough.
You don't even notice that the dancer's gone as well. Some people are worried they have 7 on stage at Melfest. One dancer's gone.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. The symmetry's there. It's 3 and 3. It actually works.
Yeah, they made it work.
Yeah, it does it.
In the
You don't notice it.
background, it's literally like you're in a forest. Like,
Yeah.
It's exactly what you got at Melfest that you liked, but better.
We're getting winter vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Same.
Right now, it's hard to look past it, but we've still got Austria to come.
Yes.
Still got France to come. So it's not over.
And they're split up as well, which is nice. We've got day after day of potential contenders.
But that's a benchmark set.
Okay, awesome. Go follow Eurovoy. If you're not getting your news there, you're weird. Go do that now. And thank you, James.
It's all right. Thanks, Tom.
No problem. So I'm with superstar Melfest juror Dale from Aussie Vision. We've also got Alex in the background here. I want to know, who were your 3 winners from semi-final 1 dress rehearsal?
For the rehearsal, I have to say Poland was just incredible. Like, absolutely loved it. Number 1, for sure.
The dragon, you were okay with the dragon?
Yeah, I was okay with the dragon. I was a bit funny about it, like on the thing, but I think it works.
I think it does. It looks
think-
expensive enough.
Yeah, I think it definitely works overall. Belgium. I definitely think that worked in the stadium. The 30 seconds I thought was good. Red Sebastian really owned the stage. I thought was absolutely fantastic.
It's a very important solid song.
Yeah, very much so. And a third, I'm actually struggling
You
there.
want to see the list?
Okay, I will give. This is not me because it was the best, but because the running order and it really popped is San Marino. Because I wasn't feeling that great about San Marino. But the show felt a bit flat. And then when San Marino came on,
Who was before San Marino?
I don't remember. But I remember going, I just need some energy right now.
That's Rehearsal.
Yeah. And that was just like, I needed some energy. And San Marino came on. And the host had been speaking a little bit before that as well. I think Italy was on before.
Okay.
And I just needed something. And San Marino just came and kind of kicked it into the and I loved it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I put that, even though it might not be my top 3 overall, I think it was a bit of a winner.
Okay. Any loser? Who do you struggle to remember? Yeah.
Not sure to remember. I just have to say Azerbaijan just found it very disappointing. It just didn't really work for me, I'm afraid.
I wonder if they're going into a strategy of let's be mass appeal. Everyone else is doing crazy stuff, and we're going to be like more recognizable, chill. Let me go back in camera. Is that what they're going for, or do they just are they clueless with staging?
I just feel like they haven't got the staging right here. They're focusing on them, which is it's very hard to do a band, right? And I think he's connecting down the camera, but it all just feels a bit, I don't know, it's not working. It doesn't feel real, authentic.
Yeah.
I like the warm colors and everything, but like, I don't know, it just didn't work. And vocally at times, there were times I just wasn't sure, not quite nailing it, even though there was a very big note at the end.
Did you like the aqueduct LEDs?
aqueduct. Was it aqueduct?
There's an aqueduct with people dancing on the aqueduct.
I missed that. Oh, there's only the dancing bit. I saw the dancing, but I didn't know it was
No,
an aqueduct.
there's LED dancers on an aqueduct.
Yeah, I didn't know it was an aqueduct though.
It's giving me end of the world on the aqueduct. Let's dance.
I feel like you liked Azerbaijan, and I didn't. Or something.
No, I don't feel. I feel like they're going for a strategy of let's be safe and normal.
Yeah.
And hope that people don't like the crazy stuff. That's what it feels like to me.
It's a great song, but it's a very sort of like standard pop song that needed to lift in the staging, and I don't think the staging has helped it lift. I think its staging has actually made it crash a bit.
Okay. Thank you so much, Adele. Go check out Aussie Vision.
No worries. Now I can eat my sandwich.
Guys, I am here with Eurosong superstar. She was in the background. She was making your dreams come true at Eurosong. Alex Basmati from Eurovision. Go follow them if you aren't already. She's going to talk about some of the more obscure ones we saw today. Slovenia. What were your thoughts?
I was so impressed by the choices they made. I thought, look, this is never going to be a winner. I think it was always teetering on qualification or not. But I have noticed it's kind of started to go up in the odds and people are starting to warm to it. But I thought the choices were very good. Obviously, we saw in the original rehearsal that his wife was going to join him on stage. But what we didn't see was that they actually started out with home footage on the back. And not only that, you can actually hear like bits of the footage in the audio. So even over the song, you can hear the footage, which is so personal and beautiful. And I don't think has been done before. And really like just pulls on the heartstrings and it keeps that focus on the story throughout. You're not forgetting what the song's about. And then obviously when she does join him on stage, it's absolutely
I welled up a little bit. I genuinely welled up. I thought it was very touching.
Yeah, and I think there is absolutely a viewer at home that's going to pick up and vote for that. There's so much noise and fun happening in this semi-final that I'd say that's one people will probably gravitate towards if you like a ballad, if you like something touching.
Is there anyone who comes up later that you think erases the memory of this? Kind of supersedes him, or
Well, maybe like Zoe, obviously it was insane. Like
well, you can't vote for her.
So I
no
don't think
one else is doing what he's doing, are they?
No, I thought, yeah, it's just so well done, so intentional. Fair play to the delegation because they have taken something that honestly, when we first heard that song, I was like, it's going nowhere, to be honest. And they've gone to the absolute max. Like some of the songs, I still think, you know, they're at a 5. Like the UK, for example, I know we haven't seen them yet. For me, it's a 5 song, but like they could go higher. This is
elevation.
It's elevated. This song is like a 2, and they brought it to like an 8. Like that's really.
It's very true. I think part of that is him because what you're mentioning, the photos of the start, it sets a scene. It explains to people, okay, this is a song about me and my wife, or it's a family song. So you kind of are placed. Then in the middle part, we have the Upside Down, which we knew about. So it's part 2. And then part 3, we have a message. There's something happening here. There's a real start, middle, beginning, and end. So it just feels, it feels so different from everybody else. There's no, and Netherlands has a little bit of emotion at the end as well, but the song is so upbeat and bouncy. So I don't even feel like they're clashing too much. What about Ukraine? I'm very curious what you think about Ukraine.
Well, I love Ukraine, the song, and sometimes it is hard when you really enjoy a song and you're watching something and you're like, I didn't envision this. But one thing that we didn't see in the first rehearsals, because I know we all saw that, in my opinion, not so great filters that they have. I don't really understand that choice, but maybe when you see the full thing, it'll all make sense. However, they play with these lights. The ladies have very similar to what we saw with Latvia.
Yeah, it's really similar.
Really, basically the same effect.
And J.K. Bello in Benidorm Fest for Spain.
Exactly. So they kind of spread it throughout the performance, but at the end there's a really beautiful shot where the female singer really like throws it to the main singer, and he catches it and he puts it to his heart, which like really brings you back to his bird of prey, right?
Is it too little too late?
Possibly, but obviously, again, you were losing some shots because of the way that it worked. So I'd like to see the full thing, but I would say probably not very impressive.
For me, the filter, it gives it a dreamy quality. It's very pink and blue. Is it pink and blue?
Yes,
I think it's like a pale blue. And then we've got this filter going on. We have a lot of images of Daniel walking. He's on the move. He's a busy boy. And then we see a lot more of the female dancers, which is really, really nice. That moment at the end is very special. But there's not really... No, sorry, I know that we need to emphasize that. Obviously, Ukraine doesn't have a huge budget right now with everything that's going on. So, you know, there's some considerations there that they don't have the same amount to splurge on props, etc. But but there's not too much that's happening at the start, I feel.
Yeah,
There's no real
absolutely.
wow moments.
I'm so delighted that they're still in the competition.
Of course, yeah.
Honestly, one of my favorite songs, I'd say top 5 of the year. I thought it was such a fantastic addition and not something that we usually get. Really ambitious song, really fun. It's just, even like the colour choices, for me, I didn't really understand why they chose them.
I love the colours in Viper, sorry. I love that blue and orange dawn effect that they had. I don't know why they got rid of it. It was so nice.
Vidbeer, I copy and paste.
Yeah.
Copy and paste. Loved.
Oh, even just pull it, maybe it was too much transportation to bring it, but
Yeah.
what convinced me about San Marino?
Well, it's not going through. Well, maybe it will.
Well, I'm not convinced because I was saying the same
I have
thing.
to
So
proved on is that we knew this is going to be really static. Like,
yeah,
they
it's
weren't
so
going-
static.
So static. We have like 2 guys playing instruments, and that's probably the most energy. There is so much focus on the LEDs in the back. We've got all of these like places in Rome,
Which are
like
fun.
the Colosseum. Fun, and it has like, it's like a flourish of pink. It's
Yeah.
really like there's an invasion of pink, and then it all blooms into like a summer. And everything gets very pink, and it's
Yeah.
still kind of in that Rome vibe. So clever, I suppose, to focus. Lots of camera cuts as well to give the feel of like, you know, that it's upbeat.
Camera shaking and stuff.
Camera shaking.
Yeah.
But it's still so static.
They're so far apart. Like the 6 of them on the stage, I don't think they could be farther apart. They are like at the edges of the stage. It's just not giving party to me at all. And it feels like they haven't learned from previous stagings with decks, which didn't work so well. I feel like this is the same decks mistakes again.
Yeah.
I don't feel that. Yeah, the pink it's the Italian flag. It's green, white, and pink instead of red. I suppose to make it a little bit less. This is Italy.
They're probably going to get 12 points from Italy, right? So
Not necessarily espresso macchiato, and then Albania is a huge diaspora in Italy, so that's not even guaranteed. Where do the other 40 points come from? Is my concern.
that's true. I don't know.
If it goes through, it's because people love the song.
Yeah.
I just don't think the staging super rises or elevates. I think people just like, we love this.
And it is, I do think it's a good song.
Yeah. I think the song is quality enough to be in the final, but
Yeah.
the staging, like someone like Belgium, who just elevated, this doesn't happen. Okay. Anyone else who's kind of
We
weird?
talk about Estonia.
Go.
I wanna talk-
She's got something to say about
I
Estonia.
have something to say about Estonia. So I really liked this originally. I know you and Connor don't. However,
Okay.
what I think they elevated well.
You and Connor from Eurovision, the co-hosts.
Follow us.
Yeah, follow them.
Okay, so we've obviously already seen the concept of this stage. They still have the security guys. He's doing the same thing pretty much on stage with one extra change, which I'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
But they really bring the story to life in this. So it starts as if he's in like a cafe.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Tommywood, and then he's in an office, and then I suppose, he goes from like coffee boy to worldwide fame. It's like he's worldwide.
Oh, I wasn't picking up that.
That's what I think.
I was getting celebrity who went to get coffee and he needs protection. And then the plane danced.
Well,
I've got such a basic view of what happened.
I feel like he was like becoming this big star.
Okay.
Maybe not. But there's one part in it that we have not seen, and it's completely new today, and that is there is a fake stage crash in this performance.
Yeah.
We actually get a shot of them kind of at the beginning. It looks like someone in the crowd. It says, "Tommy, can I dance with you on the side?"
Yeah, it's Fortnite, which will look better when there's crowds behind.
Yes.
Because when we're watching, it's one person on their own, so it's like, okay. But when you watch on TV, it's going to be...
Yeah. It's similar to the Finland shot from last year.
Yes.
Very like that. It's actually pretty much the same, just with a sign.
Yeah.
And then later on, they do a full fake crash where he actually reacts as if it's real, and then she joins in on the dance. This is televote bait, written on paper. They're gonna have no issue qualifying. I don't know how juries are probably gonna tank it.
I think it'll be like No Rules. Like if No Rules tanked with the jury, maybe this might do a little bit better. It does look very well rehearsed and expensive, but so did No Rules. That looked well rehearsed as well and was complex.
Yeah.
So, I love the stage crash. It was really funny. We were all laughing. Like we were laughing because we didn't expect, we hadn't seen it before. It's ST Lau's staging with that extra bit out of it. Talk to me about the Netherlands.
So the Netherlands, I really like the song. So I had high expectations for this going in.
I feel a butt is coming.
So it started out very good. I thought.
Okay.
Great focus at the start. I love it. Starts out with this like single camera shot that's on him, follows him around the stage, and he's joined by other people.
Yeah.
Everything was going great, and I was like, why was I worried about this?
Yeah.
You know, we saw that rehearsal clip where he didn't hit the big note, and then it got to that part, and he didn't finish. And it's really difficult. Like when you compare it to all of the other singers, I know you have something to say about you and Cyprus, which we'll get to if you want.
Yep.
We can find it out. But I would say Fisticuffs for Cyprus. I would say it was probably one of the weakest moments, other than maybe Azerbaijan had a bit of a vocal.
Okay.
And to me, that really stands out because the rest of them, you know, they're hitting every mark, they're hitting their vocals. I just don't think you can, you can bum note at this point. And then, sorry, the ending was beautiful. So that brought it back to me and genuinely like tearjerker.
Yeah.
He's dancing with himself, like as a younger boy, very similar to the music.
It's from the music video, yeah. It's very bad. But it's done, there's a mirror board onto stage. I think it's very, very, very touching. And I think in terms of touching moments, the only other song that's doing that is Slovenia.
Yeah.
And they're so far apart and he's so much more later, but he's got the joy in it. It's a joy and a wistful memory, whereas Slovenia is a little bit more sad and melancholy. So yeah, the bum note for me, I don't think it deletes the rest of the song. I still think the rest is really, really wonderful. And I don't think televoters will go away just because of that.
Yeah.
But it does concern me that you weren't impressed with the vocals.
It was just that one part. You heard it, sure.
C'est la vie, c'est la vie en rose, la vie en noir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit off. It wasn't. What matters is a live show. What matters is a live show.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Three. Okay, one that really impressed me that I wasn't really on board with until literally 20 minutes ago. Zoe, Switzerland.
Yeah.
We saw genuinely about like 30 seconds of the whole thing because of the way the stage works, but it was like I've never seen anything like that on a European stage.
Salvador Sobral really reminded me of that. That intimacy, that
Yes.
rawness, that upfront, like I'm just showing you my soul.
Yes, but to me it felt like even more dynamic.
Yeah.
It was moving, like it got very jokey.
Yeah, it's
towards
more
it.
dynamic.
So more dynamic,
Yeah.
more artistic. Yes, absolutely loved it.
Very dreamy.
Yes.
It's very dreamy and ethereal, and you feel like you're not in the arena anymore.
So this is such a strategic, well thought out entry from a host country.
Yeah.
They don't have to face the public. I think this would have gone through.
It would have gone through. This would have qualified absolutely no problem.
After seeing that, but like straight to a jury that's going to eat this up. Like,
They're eating it with 2 hands. They're doing this. Now, and they're putting their face into this Switzerland cake. I shouldn't do that.
No, they're going to eat this up. And possible jury winner. What do you think?
Oh, it would not surprise me because I'm thinking now North Macedonia in 2019. That was less wow than this, and that won the jury. So it depends what the jury makeup is like, but it's not impossible at all. Which really messes up the hopes for the jury contender sister. Switzerland,
Belgium.
Belgium.
Loved. So impressive. Great concept. I know you've already talked about it, but J'adore.
Yeah.
I'm trying to now.
I can read her notes.
You can read and you can see that Cyprus is there. Cyprus is there. What
She has a crush on Cyprus, so let's just give the context to that.
I just think it's a great song, and he's a great performer. And he stole Sergio Hyan from us. Is that how we pronounce it?
Sergio Hyan, yeah, it's like a H.
Yeah. He stole Sergio Hyan from us. And you know what? Fair play.
Oh, that sounds very diplomatic. You sounded angry before, and now you're just like, you're peace. In fairness, how did we let?
Because I love the song so much.
How did we let Sergio Hyan go? Is the bigger question? That's not even. How did that happen? How do you lose your precious? Okay, so you love that. You thought the stage show looked right for you, Adam.
It all rides on that vocal though, and there's one big long bit at the end.
Oh yeah.
He's done so much cardio up to that point that it's dangerous, but it's ambitious, and if you can pull it off, I think top 10. Like.
Oh wow.
Oh
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but I do think I agree that vocal at the end is really crucial. And he's interviewing with you. I saw on Instagram with Eurovision. He was saying he's doing treadmill. He was doing climbing while singing. He was doing loads of jazz. So he's prepared for this.
Everything. Yeah, he's very prepared. And he said they make it look easy because they have months and months and months of work gone into this. It does show. It's all about that vocal though. And I hope he pulls it off. So I really enjoy it.
Let's get negative. One loser. Let's get negative.
Okay, not that I dislike the song, but I was probably most disappointed in Iceland.
I heard her say this earlier, but for some reason I was still not expecting it.
Like there's a few others, right? for example, Portugal or Italy, for me, like that's just not my kind of song that I listen to.
Yeah.
I think they're nice songs,
Okay.
but I'm not the viewer. I am the viewer for Iceland. I
Okay.
want this to go through.
Okay.
So I'm really sad that they haven't, to me, elevated it enough to stand out for someone to pick up the phone and go through. Like I
Okay.
can't watch that performance and say this is 100% going through. When you
No, nobody can say that. Nobody can. I still feel like we're 50-50 up until the very last moment. That does worry me that if you are someone who loved it and you feel disappointed, I don't listen to the song enough and I thought this was really well. I thought it was really colourful and joyful and very happy.
Yeah.
And I think that it's really going for a kids audience. I think they're going to eat this up. Similar to Emmy, actually. Thank God they're not in Emmy semi-final because I would think that I would absolutely wipe her out. Okay, thanks so much to Alex. Go follow Eurovision on they're everywhere.
I am all over the place.
How have you not seen them yet? I'm sure you know about them. Okay, thanks to Alex.
Okay, so that is what other content creators in the press room thought about the first dress rehearsal. What were your thoughts? Leave me a comment down below. Thank you to those who've been supporting me on PayPal and Buy Me Coffee. If you want to support the channel, I'll leave you a QR code over here and a link in the description. Thank you to my patrons for patronizing me from all around the world. But of course, thank you so much just for being here, and I'm seeing another Eurovision analysis video very soon. Goodbye.